Hey guys, working in the greenhouse today. Basically transplanted, let's see if I can maybe, let me get this camera to move a little bit. Okay. Basically from here, but you can't see my hand here. Here back is all transplanted, okay? And I'm gonna leave it in here a little bit, let it get bigger. I'm scared to put it out. Something's eating my stuff out there. I don't know. We'll see. But when I start seeds or plants, let me just move you back a little bit so I can talk to you. Maybe it's something you want to get into, and just to grow some for yourself, maybe your friends and your family. Maybe you want to get into a little start getting your feet wet doing this, so maybe you can get a little home nursery. And now I don't know, I'm in Louisiana, okay, so in our state you can have a home backyard nursery, okay. I mean, you gotta apply with the state and all, but it's all legal to have a yard, a backyard nursery, okay. And now if you're going to get into certain things like growing buds and roses and things like that, like cutting flowers, you can still do that, but that's a different certification for that, okay. So anyway, so you need to check in your state about your laws for that, okay. And then your parish, your city too, you got to go to there too, because I have to have a business occupational license to operate anything here. And some places you don't have to, some places you don't need it for doing nurseries or growing things. Some places you do, okay. All right, so I'm bringing this up to you because maybe you're not real familiar with starting plants, so maybe you've tried starting plants and never worked for you, because that's where I was. I hope you can hear over that. That's where I was at one time, because I didn't realize, or I didn't know things, and maybe you are like that. Maybe you do know, but trying to cut the corners ain't the way to go either. So it's always good to get some good soil, good mediums, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so anyway, there's a thing, and I don't have the bag anymore, but when I transplanted all my plants, everything was in these little plugs right here, and there's 72 in a tray, in this tray. Now they got them different sizes. Matter of fact, I have some. Can't get it out, but let me see. Maybe I can. I didn't know I was going to do this. I would have been a little bit more prepared, but okay. Here's one that has these little small 4 to a pack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. There's 32 plants here. So this is half the size. So a lot of times, some of the bigger type of plants, let's say, like peppers, bell peppers and all, you could start off in something like this and not even have to do a transplant. Now the only thing is that there's a starter seed mix, and that's what you want to use. Now a lot of people buy the different perlite and the moss and all that, and they mix it and they make their own, okay. I just went and I buy it already mixed, okay? Because I don't have the space, and I just don't have the space, to have all these different things and have a thing to mix it. I just don't have that kind of room. I'm a backyard homesteader. I'm not just a homesteader that's got acreage. I don't have that. I'm in 1/8 of an acre. I'm squeezing everything I can in my backyard. So there's some things I got to do. Maybe it costs more to do it, but that's how I got to do it. And you might have room in your yard to do it. I don't. You might not be doing everything that I do, but you want to get your feet wet with maybe learning how to start plants. Okay. So you got to have a good seed starting mix. Okay. Now, a seed starting mix is some material that, you know, here it is here. Like if you squeeze it and try to clump it together, it doesn't. And the reason for that is because you don't want it getting wet. When it gets wet, you don't want it clumping up, okay? All right? Because if it clumps up, then as the seed breaks out and tries, and the little roots start coming out, if it can't break through the soil, then it's gonna be what you want to say, stifled in its growth. Okay, this is the experience I had for a couple of years, and some things I would get to grow, but the amount of seeds I would plant to the amount of seeds that would actually make it was very. Let's say if I planted something like this with just regular potting soil and I put seeds in it, out of 72, I'd be lucky if I got 5 plants out of it, okay? Because it does affect the plant that it cannot get its roots out and move around, okay? So you got to get a seed starting mix. Now, seed starting mix, there's no nutrients in it. It's for starting seeds. That's why you got to transplant it. Or if you're going to keep this in something like this, you're going to have to add fertilizer to it. Now, for little small starter plants, the best thing I find, it smells. It smells. I just sprayed some stuff in here and it smells. But it's this fish fertilizer. It's a 511, real mild. It says it won't burn. It's for organic growing. Now, they're not sponsoring me. I'm just showing you what I use, okay? I'm sure there's different brands. I think this probably came from Home Depot, okay? And then you read on there what you're going to use it for, and usually I mix it in a gallon jug. That's not tea, that's fertilizer. And then from there, I pour it into my quart size sprayer, and I spray my stuff. And it has a fish odor, okay? So it smells in here right now. Now that smell will go away, and usually with the fan on, it pulls it out. I turned my fan off so I can do this video for you guys. So what you want to do is, and let me see if I can. I might use one of these because I'm going to do some peppers. Let me see, even if I have any. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load up one of these. And I was going to do. I got space on my table here, you guys, for 2 more trays, and I was going to do that, and that would give me 144 more plants. Maybe that's the way I ought to go, since I don't have no more space in here. And by the time they grow and get ready to transplant, I'll have a lot of this out of here by then, and I can transplant those. And if I want to plant more stuff, I can. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick to the original plan. I was gonna use these 2 and not use this for right now, just because that would cut me down to like 72 plants here and 32 here. I want to really I want to plant all this. I want to get me another 144 plants going here. Okay, so get your tray out, and let's see. Move this down here this way. Now I'm going to be working backwards. For you, it's going to look normal. For me, I'm actually working a little bit backwards. But let me see if we can get this set a little bit. I might even lower this. It'll help for you guys to see what's going on. Okay. Now, the 72 right here. So basically, if you take and now this has a tray under it. See it? So I'm not going to be losing mud underneath this. And I'll just put a bunch on here, okay? Not too much where you're going to have excess, but I could just dump it off in there. And then I kind of just smooth it out and fill in all the little cells. Now I like to clean this off pretty flush with the top. see what I'm going to do here in a minute. Alright, then you want to take it and just kind of do this. Let it settle a little bit. And now it's kind of below the line. And now you can see separate individual pieces. You don't have to max this thing out where it's filling up. You're just using this really to start your seeds, okay? That's all you're using it for. Get your seeds started. Work just fine. All this is going to do, you're going to keep it moist for the seeds to germinate. That's all this is. And I promise you, if you do it like this, you're going to have a good germination rate. Okay. Take it from somebody who for years didn't buy the starter seed mix, who just used potting soil. Because really, truthfully, I didn't even know. I didn't know about it. You know, that's how just you know, in the last I don't know, I've been growing stuff in my yard for a long time, 30 years, and then probably, let's see, it was 2011 when I got the revelation or the understanding that I needed the seed starting mix. And when I did that, I went from hardly having any kind of germination rate to that year, for the spring, I had 5,000 plants, and that's, I'll tell you why I remember that specifically, because I had filled out an application to get in on a farmer's market, and it was in 2011. And the weekend that I was supposed to get started in it was the weekend Hurricane Isaac hit, and we got flooded. God damn it, I lost all 5,000 of my plants. That's how I remember how many plants I had. I had 5,000 plants. I was going to be start going to the farmers market, and at that time it was your fall stuff, your lettuces, all your greens, and things that would grow, your beets, just things like that would grow for that season. And I lost everything, and I never did ever get involved in the farmers market after that. That was when I discovered that I needed to change something I was doing, because I could never grow things. And when I think I was just in the store, and I seen a bag of seed starting mix, and I was like, what? And so then I came home and started to research about seed starting mix, and found out that that's what you really ought to start your seeds in. That's why they call it seed starter mix. And but I didn't even know they had it out, because I didn't know about it. So I wasn't paying attention when I go get potting soil, because I was just, okay, I'm gonna get organic potting soil, and I go get organic potting soil. I'm thinking I'm potting this stuff, and it was good, but it wasn't the right stuff that I needed. So when I finally got the seed starting mix, I went from, you know, like maybe having five to 10 plants out of 72, you know what I'm saying, to having almost 100% germination, pretty much probably 99.1% germination rate, really. And then it also matters on your seeds. You know, I've been buying organic seeds, and they do well. Okay, now I don't know if they do good, like holding on to them for several years. I think they do okay. I'm going to find out this year, because everything I have is new this year, because Hurricane Ida that we just had, I had all my seeds. I used to keep them in the refrigerator that I had out here, and that got wasted. All my seeds packs that I had, I mean, I only found a couple packs, so they were scattered all over the place. I think that, well, the winds were, I wasn't home, but I heard that the winds were very bad here, and possible tornado hit here, or if we just had 150-mile-an-hour winds for 6 hours, and that's what happened here. it totally destroyed my backyard, and I lost all my seeds. So that was last year. I got everything rebuilt, and I got all these new seeds for this year. And some of them are from last year, because after we got back from Ida, I planted some things, you know what I mean, before the year was up, and so I had bought some seeds. All right, so what we're going to do now at this point, now that you have your tray filled, and let me go ahead and fill this other one while we at it. Let me get them both filled, so we'll get that part out the way. So this is going to give me 144 plants. See, you might be able to just go to a local nursery or a big box store and buy you one of these. If you don't need more than this. If you're not going to be trying to sell plants or whatever, you might only need one of these, and you can turn it this way and designate, because I used to do this. It would be like peppers, tomatoes, you know what I mean, and maybe 2 rows for tomatoes or whatever, and or 2 rows of each or whatever. You just designate your rows this way and mark them this way instead of this way. Now I do them this way now, the way you're seeing it, because that's the way it's laid out in my greenhouse. Not that I couldn't do it the other way, I still could. But I make more plants now, so I do the long, because that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 12. That's 12 on a row. Top it all off. I get it all cleaned off the edges. Try to fill in whatever's not filled. And then all right. Now, I'm cramped in here, y'all. I brought this little table in here. It really made it cramped. But let me get this over here. I'll have one tray here at a time. Now what I use, this little thing here, this is nice. This little top is good for putting your seeds in, but now it's wet. Let me go get a rag. I need a rag. Oh, here's one. Okay, now see, this is where I'm going to be pouring my seeds in so I can pick them out. Now I use you know, I do stuff with gems and all that, and I got like these little tweezers for jewelry, but they do make them for seeds. They're plastic, and I think they're a little bigger on the ends, but this is what I have, and I didn't want to go buy anything. This is what I got, so this is what I'm using, you know. So anyway, let's get this angle down here. Let me make sure how we look. This tray and that. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, I definitely want to get some sunflower seeds, because they've been eating them every time I plant them. They've been eating my seeds. So here's some sunflower seeds. I'm just making sure I don't. Yeah, here's the packet. It's open already. I need some cucumbers. They ate my cucumbers. Now I'm going to be covering these this time. Here's another open pack, so I don't need to get this one properly. I might not have no peppers in here. I might have used them because, you know, I had to do this. I had to reseed these trays three times before I stopped. Okay, I don't have any peppers, so I'm gonna have to make a run. Go get me some peppers because I need peppers. Peppers and cucumbers. The two things that I really need. I got eaten up. And you know, I think now I believe that it's the squirrel. All right, let me get. So when you got seeds this big, I don't need to use tweezers. I can just put them in my hand like this. And then what you want to do is you don't want to push them down in the dirt yet. You want to go ahead and put all your seeds, lay them on top. So you make sure not when you get to your real little seeds, you're going to have to pay attention. But the big seeds like this is the sunflowers. Do 2 rows. This smells like a fishing dock in here. Whew. What it was, this is every time I opened a new pack because I couldn't find the other pack. I'm going to put them all in one. All right. So really, sunflower seeds are very easy to tell what they are, you know. Now, when you have other ones, like when you start getting into doing cucumbers, and then you got squash, zucchini, and cucumbers, they all kind of look alike a lot. You need to like mark them as you go. So let me show you something I do. Well, I'm just going to go here, my pen here, and I'll just push them in. Now, a lot of times, what you want to do, you just want to go in the whatever the size of the seed is. That's how deep you need to go. You don't need to go. Don't go real deep with your seeds. You don't need to. Now we're gonna cap this off with another layer of mud, okay? Once we get them all done. So so I want to get. I'm gonna use some of the old ones I have here. Things to mark the row, so we know what they are. They're wet because I was just watering some. I got stuff written on one side, but I'm gonna use the other side. sunflower. I'm going to put the kind too, because you're always going to get somebody that's going to ask you, which one is it? So always try to write your variety down on your label, okay? I got the mammoth sunflowers. So there we have 2 rows done. Now before I put the mud on, I'm going to complete this, and then I'm going to take some mud and sprinkle it over the top, a little bit over the top, and that'll complete. That's the perlite, okay. And that'll complete what we're doing here. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to do 2 rows of cucumbers, okay? So just to show you, see, I pour them in here, and then I can grab them like this, right? Put it on top. We do 2 rows. Sweat from my hand. It's hot in here. I usually have that fan going. It keeps it cool in here. But for the sake of the video, so y'all can hear me well, so here you go. See, I pour them out on this top, and you got a lip around here, so it's easy for things to not roll off. Now these are not round, but they, look, there are seeds that are round, and they will roll off if you don't have edges. Now some of you watching, you might do this already. You might have a different way you do it. Might be quicker and easier. I haven't explored different ways to do it. This is how I've just done it. I mean, I don't know if there's different ways. I mean, I know people make templates that'll lay on top of this, and they push it, and it makes the little hole for them. And this works pretty good, because when I come to the end here, it just goes right back in. So this is cucumber. It's called muncher, okay? All right, put these back in here, and then we get two labels. Dry them off. Cucumber. Muncher. Cucumber, muncher. Then I'm going to take my pen, and I'm going to go ahead and push them down. Just enough, right? Not much, because remember, we're going to be filling in right over this, and you don't need to go no deeper than the size of the seed you're planting. That's a good rule of thumb to remember. Because some seeds, you don't even really need to push them in the ground. You just lay them on top. Just sprinkle a little bit of mud over it. Okay, so that's done. And look, here's our old seed right here. It's empty. It's a shell. Okay, now we got another row here, and we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do some zucchini, you guys. We love zucchini, and I don't have any growing because they kept eating my seeds. See how big those seeds are? That's some big seeds. And hopefully I got enough here to do a whole 2 rows. Looks like I do. Now, if you got room inside your house to do this, that's the best place to start these things, in your house, because you can actually start these things like your spring. This is all for the spring and summer. Like they should have been started already. And I was trying to start them, but I had something kept eating them. But at the same time, I still didn't get them started like you really should, or you can. You can start them inside, 6 to 8 weeks before your spring season gets here, so that when the spring season hits, well, right off the bat, you already have plants. That's why you ever notice as soon as the season hits and the plants come out, man, the plants are already out. People have done grown them already. Well, because they grow them in a controlled temperature, so that they can grow them while it's still cold, but they can grow them indoors, so that when the spring hits, they have the plants already done, ready to go. Zucchini, dark green. What's good though, where we at here in Louisiana, even though I'm actually late with all this, our growing season here is so long, and you can do things to help prolong your seasons, as like shade cloths and things like that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Just cover it up real lightly. I don't need much at all. I hope I can outsmart whatever's coming in here and eating my stuff. Because I did, the last time I did have them covered, but not airtight, okay? I thought it'd be just enough to maybe deter him a little bit. Maybe he would change his mind. Say, well, I don't want to be bothered with it now. I got something over it. But no, he checked it out, whatever it was. Got under it, didn't mess it up. And ate my sunflower seeds, my zucchini seeds, my squash seeds, my cucumber seeds. Those are the ones they do mostly, and they did a little bit of the other stuff, a little bit of my peppers. Now after my dill, my cilantro grew out, then they ate it after it grew out. So we're going to be planting some more of that too. Okay, so that's done, and when you do these, when you get it done, you got to water it, and a lot of times I'll water it right away. Well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and I'm gonna tell you right now I am, and the reason is because I'm going to be running up and going to get me some pepper seeds, some bell pepper seeds. I got the jalapenos. I got some Greek. I need to get some banana peppers, which I thought I had some. I need to really look through my seeds real good before I leave and see what I got. But you could water this really good. It's going to leak out. Well, I got a tray underneath that the water will leak out and sit in tray. And that way the water will still be there when it starts drying out on top. It'll pretty much wick the water up. Okay. So right now, that pretty much is going to soak them seeds, right? And those seeds are going to begin to start softening up, or the shell around the seed is going to be softening up so that the seed can bust it out and start to grow. All right, so I'm going to be back, and I'll meet you back here shortly. I'm gonna go get me some peppers seeds, okay? Because that's what I really need to make sure I get that planted. I got people calling me wanting to know. See, I made an ad that I have organically grown plants, and in my description I said I use organic seeds and an organic soil, and so I'm getting a lot of calls. So people are calling me before they come here to see what I have, because I said I have some things available, some things are not available yet, but they're coming up. So yeah, so it's working out good, you know. And even though they might be getting their peppers late, our peppers grow all the way through. Matter of fact, I have peppers plants from last year. It's still growing. I put them in here in the greenhouse, and they'll continue to grow. So all right, let me go get that, and I'll meet you back here shortly. Okay. Hey. I got these little hooks here. Number 12. It's 3 to a pack. I got another pack in here. But this is how I was. You see right here? I don't know if you can see that. See how I have. See the hook in it. So what I did was I have a I don't know, I guess this is a 16th inch maybe, or maybe an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I just drill a hole. See that hole there? And then I just screw it in there. You got to make some pressure so the threads will catch. I'm gonna have to move a bunch of stuff to get the last one over here. I want to show you all this. I started putting it in. I said, well, let me video, show how I'm doing this. This is just a 1 inch PVC pipe. And hang on, let me get this in. I'll explain some things to you. That's just 1-inch pipe, and I took some piece of plywood. See how I cut the little groove out right there just to set the pipe in. I did that on each side. You can see it down here, and then in the middle I just tie wrapped it up to the top piece here, and that's all I did on this side. I got it running like that. Got it tie wrapped up here. And then that's all I did. And I got the lights hanging on it, see. And when you do the shade cloth, you gotta add some more light, because these plants get where they need the right amount of light to grow. But we need to keep the heat. The heat is what's going to get them, not the light, the heat. All right, so I got to get over here and figure out how I'm going to do that without messing up life. See if I can do this without moving my pineapple tree. I might have to move it. My pineapple plant, let's say. Let me get it while I'm there. Screw it in. The hook. The hook and the drill. And I think you're going to see me down there doing it. Okay. Alright, so now, see, they all facing out this way. I want them to aim down, so all I got to do is turn it. Turn the chains on it. Now this one, because of this brace, I came over with it. I didn't do that on the back side. I wasn't thinking when I did it, but it's okay. You know, it'll all be fine. Now I have 2 lights with the little clips on it already. I need to go get them. I didn't go get my seeds yet, you guys, because I wanted to do this first and make sure I didn't have to pick up anything while I'm out. Because I might need a little small extension cord to reach over. I have this little outlet thing here, so to reach all the way over from here to over, I really don't think they're going to be long enough, so I just wanted to make sure before I left. Now another thing is they got these little plugs so you can plug it up, so that's going to go all the way on the other end, and then this side is open because you take the wire like this, you plug it in one, and then you plug it in the other one just to carry the power that on, you know what I mean? So then I need my little hooks. Okay, so my hooks, I got some in here. I'll find them. I got 2 loose ones in here. No, I brought them in here yesterday. And if you were going to butt them up close together, they got these, and you can put them in butt them up close together. I'm not doing that. I'm spacing them out a little bit. Okay, here's some hooks here in the pack. Okay, I see one. It's already bent. Thought there was another one in here. Put 2 of them in here. Here it is. They kind of spread out, so I got to squeeze them and bend them because they don't appear to be you know, seems like it'd slip off easy. Alright, so let me put this one on, right? Up here, let's say. So right around this area here. Then we're going to hook this in here. Looks pretty good. We'll take one of these. Put it in here. See how wide it is. What I'm going to do, I just take it like this, squeeze it, and make it a little more tighter. Do this one too. A little bit. You can see what I'm doing here. There. Then we have this one. Which won't even reach it like this because I want to go around anyway, so go up here. So I am going to need a little small 2-foot extension cord, not even that really, but I think that's the smallest you can get. Maybe 3 foot's the smallest. All right, so I'm glad I did this. That way now I'm going to Home Depot to get the seeds, and then I'm gonna pick up a little extension cord so I can light this up. This can get more light too, because I find that with the light things are growing really well because they're getting more light, you know what I mean? So even though it's, you know, the shade cloth is cutting out a lot of light, but what it's doing too, it's blocking the heat, and that's what I need to keep the heat off of them. And I'm ordering another shade cloth, and I'm gonna make something that's gonna come off and cover these too, and I'll run some lights in there too. But those lights, I can't leave those in there all the time because of the rain's gonna leak in there. So anyway, when it rains, you know what I mean? All right. Maybe I'll get a maybe I didn't order it yet. I got it in my cart on Amazon, and maybe I can get one that allows a little more light through. But anyway, okay, I'll meet you back at the greenhouse. Okay guys, so went to Home Depot, got me some seeds. I'm fixing to plant them now, but I got my extension cord and I got this whole thing lit up, man. This looks nice in here, and everything's gonna really take off growing with these lights. And really, I'm probably gonna set up another thing over here to drop the lights, another set of lights. Oh, what I'm showing over. Wait. Over this way, because I got this is a double thing here. Instead of stacking it up high, I just did it double this way. So I need some light on over here on this side. Now everything will grow toward the light, you know what I mean? But it would be nice. So I might get me another piece of pipe and get me some 1x so I can attach it over there. And I have to actually go high with it so I can tie the middle off up there, and then I just get longer chains to drop down. So I'll work on that maybe tomorrow. But I'm gonna get these seeds planted. That way they can start working on getting germinated here. You know what I mean? So let me get these in here. And look how I covered this, taped it up. Tomorrow I'll open it up and let it, you know, air out and stuff. But for now, that's how we're going to deal with it. Okay. So throw all this away. Here's a little trash here. This we're going to keep. And what I got, you guys, I bought what I did with them right here. I got the California Wonder, and I got the Chinese Giant. I got 3. I thought I had 2. I think she only charged me for 2. It must have been stuck together. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these planted. And I got what, 3? So I'm gonna do, well, I don't know. It'll leave me 2 rows left for something. I'll think tonight what I want to put in it. So this is the sweet pepper. They call it a Chinese Giant. Chinese Giant. This is organic. It's organic from Home Depot. It says large, almost square fruits, reach up to 6 inches across. That's a nice size. Blocky fruits with medium thick, sweet, mild flesh. Dark green fruits change to bright cherry red. Really, you guys, I tell people this all the time, and people want to argue with me. But truthfully, every pepper that I've ever seen eventually turns red. And yeah, it does. Alright, let's get these planted here. Two trays left. I need to water these. Always water them the first time. You want to really drench them really good. All right, let me get a top. cover this. Taper down. Okay, I'm gonna leave all my stuff in here for tonight. All right, so I got those two there, and I got, you know, looks like hot lunches. I'll leave the light on for the night. All right. Man, look in the camera. Don't look. It's dark. It's dark in my yard. So, and you probably can't really see in here. See how dark it is in here? So everything. Just want to see if there's any more quail eggs to collect. I'm trying to collect some quail eggs, so I got to get some more chicks. How we doing down here? Let me see. Let me see. Y'all lay me any? No? Yeah, y'all finished. Okay, y'all got one in here. One over here, any? Nope. Okay. 2 more. That'll be it for tonight. Okay, guys. Well, so I got that accomplished. I got the other set of lights in my greenhouse on. I actually raised this light up. I need to raise it up more. Look how the stuff's growing to the light, man. It really looking good. But anyway, all right, guys. While you can still see me, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. May you guys be blessed, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, or I'll see you in the next video. All right? Okay. Y'all be blessed. Bye.